sketching trigonometric functions using radians. Once again, we're going to collect all of this data, and the question will be given in this format. So, this is our example here. We have y equals -4 sine, open square bracket, 1/3, open bracket, x minus 3 pi, close the square bracket, plus 2. Okay, first, what's our base function? Well, our base function here, since we have a negative sign, it will be y equals negative sine x. Let's sketch it here. And basically, that's +1, that's -1, and we start at 0. Then we go down, then we go up again, and then we go down there. And that will be 2 pi and halfway between pi. Okay, now that we got our base function, let's collect our data. So a is equal to 4, or absolute value of a anyways. We know that a is -4. The equation of axes will be y equals 2, right? That's our equation of axes. Also, we know that the d value is equal to 3 pi, so it shifts 3 pi to the right. And then the period will be, where we're going to use this, the period we know it's going to be 2 pi over k. And in this case, k happens to be 1/3, which is equal to 6 pi. So 6 pi is our period. Okay, now this is, maybe it's unusual that the period is longer. Usually it's shortened, but this time there's a stretch, horizontal stretch by a factor of 3. Okay, and we need to find the maximum and the minimum value. What's the maximum value? What's the minimum value? The maximum value will be c plus a, so 6, and the minimum value will be c minus a, which is -2. Okay, now we've got everything. So let's start sketching it. Now we're going to start here at 3 pi. So let's sketch that here. This is going to be our 3 pi, and our equation of axes will be 2. So let's sketch that here too as well. And label it y equals 2. Let's label this as our 3 pi, right? Now, and our maximum and minimum value. So let's put the maximum value there. Okay, this came out a bit crooked, but that should be fine. 6, and this happens to be about there. -2. Okay. And now if we start at 3 pi and we say that the period is 6 pi, then that means 3 pi plus 6. So we start this way, then we go down, and we're going to end up at 6 pi. 6 pi, sorry. At 3 pi plus 6 pi gives us 9 pi. Okay, so write it down like 9 pi. Now halfway between these 2 points is what? Well, if this whole thing is 6 pi, what's half of 6 pi? Half of 6 pi would be 3 pi. So basically 3 pi plus 3 pi gives us 6 pi. So halfway between these 2 points is that, halfway between these two is that, and halfway between these two is that. So this point right here would be our 6 pi, right? Now what's halfway between 3 pi and 6 pi? Well, the difference is 3 pi, so half of that will be 1.5 pi. And so you know what? I would also accept if you write it this way as well, 1.5 pi. And then between these and these is what? Well, another 1.5. So 6 pi plus 1.5, that gives us 7.5 pi. Of course, you could also write this as 15 pi over 2. And this would be as 3 pi over 2. And no, I messed up here. This is not 1.5. 3 pi plus 1.5, that gives us 4.5. There you go. Sorry. So now you can rewrite this as 9 pi over 2. Okay. All right. And now I think we've got pretty much everything. We know that our base function is going to be y equals negative sine x. So we start at the origin, and at the origin, yeah, we go down and then we go up. So we start at the equation of axes in this example. and then we go down over there, then we go back to the equation of axes, then we reach the max point, and then we're back to the equation of axes. So join them with a smooth curve. Okay, try your best. Alright, something like this. And you know, if you want to draw the x-axis, it will be basically halfway there. This will be our y equals 0, and our y-axis will be all the way over there, which I cannot graph it here. But that's our sketch. That's our sketch for our last question. And in the previous examples too, I think I would have, maybe I would have accepted these values like that too. But anyways, keep it in fraction form for most of the time. Okay, that's all. If you like our work, you can subscribe to our channel and you can hit the notification bell and to get notified for any new videos. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe.